Say it's not me. I don't have the means to. What up, TikTok? What up, YouTube? We're here. Everything is. I need to get some D&D background music going. This is gonna be fun. Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Ah! At least they're getting a power nap in, right? This. Ta-da! Hey! Glad you got one. A whole fucking minute that we're never gonna get back, Wolfie, and it's all your fault. The whole half a round of combat. Technically, yeah. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I spent a lot of time building this shit. Well, so no, definitely not. That doesn't sound like me at all. That's not something I would do. Hey, just a real quick thing. Oh, no, actually, by the way, until right now, I forgot about Garuk, so we're gonna figure that out on the fly. Honestly, I might keep him with you guys. I mean, he doesn't really talk or anything, so I mean, it's I could have him there as just like a support thing on like when you guys need that help. You know? Well, he's not. He's not. He's a fucking. He's not a barbarian, but he kind of is. He's a caster. He's called a Stormfist. So we have an important question. What do you remember? You definitely didn't kill it. It retreated to his homies. I remember that. You're feeding the dogs? I forgot about that. We ended with you guys taking a long rest, right? I'm like almost 100% sure that that's what happened because you needed one. Because Will did. I'm pretty sure you did it for the sake of spell slots. Well, I think Will was saying something about it, and that's why we ended it that way. It doesn't matter all that much. Tony. Well, we're gonna say do it just to make sure you guys are full up on everything. By the way, I wouldn't don't come into my stream. No players allowed in my stream at this moment. Well, because I am trying to maximize my screen space and I need to have my reading and my map on the same page. Actually, that's not true. That's not good. I shouldn't have that there. That's not good for the stream. That's spoilers. That's okay. You don't need it. You say, I don't think you're gonna need that PDF. All right. So you were walking down like to get out like further into the marsh or out of the marsh, right? Before the octopus thing happened. So where are you? So what do you want to do next? No, do it. Go ahead. Okay. What are you doing, Blues? Oh wait, Blues. For real, just a real quick question. Are you where you are right now? Okay. So the first thing you notice is that Fodder is no longer with you. No, he's not. He's missing. One moment he was there with you, and the next moment he's gone. Hugh is still there. But it's false. As soon as you say that, Hugh falls to the ground and just appears like dormant. Garuk is looking around frantic, like he's overturning boulders and shit looking for fodder right now. Yeah, he's basically like, oh no, I'm alone again. I guess he wouldn't feel that completely because he knows you guys a little bit at this point, but fodder was the real one. He can't even say that much. So yeah, but you noticed that like fodder was gone. He might have even like just been gone mid sentence. Roll Arcana. Yeah, I mean that sounds better to me. it, it actually like appears that there was no magic at all. Um uh Liu Kane. Oh, you moved up to Liu Kane, so yeah, probably. He's yelling loud enough that all the wildlife around you stirs. Maybe you can't make out exactly what he's saying, but you do recognize that Blues is yelling, which is that in itself is a reason to be concerned. What's Liu Kane got going on? There, you do have wings forever. I'm okay with that as long as they don't have the other bonuses that the fucking Arakora have. However you fucking say that name. My friend who's a min maxer played fucking Arakaka monk, and it was so bad. No, it was a nightmare. It did level 1. He was a nightmare, and I'm just like, I don't want to continue this game. And like now I don't let people play that race. Like you can bring in some fuck shit from homebrew, but I'm not letting you play that race. Yeah, probably, but they're just so they're so annoying, bro. He ruined that race for me forever, and I think they're cool. I just a bad experience, you know. But so you get over to Blues and you hear them yelling and panicking, or not necessarily panic. Well, I don't know. What mask are you wearing, Blues? Okay, now you can roll that perception check, by the way. Never mind. You're good. um fuck, what was I gonna say? But anyway, you come up and see Blues is panicking because and yelling about fodder being gone. And you see Garuk running around like he just like is tossing boulders and overturning trees. He's ripped a couple out of the ground to see if he's hiding there. He just doesn't, he's so freaked out right now. Oh yeah, he's back to being my character, so Garuk gets to be as dope as I want him to be. No. I it has fallen to the ground and appears to be dormant. You go to pick it up and make a strength check. I almost made it with disadvantage, but I don't think we need to go that far. Actually, no, we do. It has to be. Well, that's not enough, but roll again anyway, just to see if you fail. Okay, so you didn't fail. um, so you go to pick the orb up, you get both hands, or it's not really an orb, but you know what I mean. You go to pick up Q, and you try and lift them up with as much force as you can, and nothing. You even like use your wings to try and help you get a little extra lift, and you just cannot get it. The hold on, Reika totally like shoulder checks them out the way, right? Like it's and, like, I saw that in my head. It's like, yo, I'll show you. Like, all right, disadvantage still. You don't play Rainbow Six at all, do you, Code? Do you play Rainbow Six? I've been playing the fuck out of it again. Trying to get out of copper. I I play ranked just because I like how people play in it. It's more fun for me. And like I don't really care about my rank. I just like playing it, but I would like to get out of copper at least. So I can start playing with people with at least 2 brain cells. Yeah, I was gonna play before we started, but I ended up making my wife food and stuff. Was it good? Was it cooked enough? Sorry, I didn't know you were mid bite. Oh, sorry. Remember, this is disadvantage too, so 2. An 11 is not enough. That's what they had. I think it's 1 less than Lucane had, actually. But this is a. I, okay. Roll a disadvantage still, sorry. I could explain why, but it's not really worth it. So, you know what's really funny about you getting that excited? You go to pick it up and you like you nudge it an inch, kind of like the first time Captain America tries to pick up Thor's hammer, and then it just falls right back down. Um, Garuk, good, good. Hold on. Let's let me see something real quick. I think it would be even funnier if you don't. Garuk's just like a funny paper lady. Garuk's gonna see everybody try this. Like he side-eyed it at first, but then after he saw Reika try it, he's like, hold up. He saw Reika fail and he chuckled. Um, and then when Blues came up, he got a little excited at first when Blues started to lift it, and then when he failed, you could see a little disappointment. And then the disappointment got replaced by determination, and he rises up and comes up and takes a shot. I gotta roll. There's a dice. There's a dice. 2d20. Roll. Why did it not roll? Oh, it is rolling. I just couldn't hear the noise. My bad. So we'll go with the first rolls because they're the ones that should be. So I got not enough. He caps at a 16. So he gets it just like a slightly higher than you did, and he like lets out a squeal of excitement, and like that seems to like lose the focus, and it just boom. Actually, he looks directly at Reika as he gets like he just like gives him like a little eyebrow raise, then it drops. Because Garg totally like because he gets your vibe, so he wants to like be included, so he's gonna be competitive with you to feed your vibe a little bit. His little buddy's gone, so he's got to find somebody else to latch on to. I was gonna say, you guys don't know where he is. Actually, he's just oof. A mental image of fodder smoking is hilarious to me. It's just a branch. Yeah, it totally does. He puts it in his mouth, he lights it with the end, and despite all laws of fire, it works. It burns the opposite direction. It's an incense in reverse. Isn't that like, doesn't that apply to people or does that apply to objects? Oh, interesting. But yeah, you could definitely try and do that. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to. So I will say you all get like there's no magic coming off of this orb anymore at all. So the orb shrinks down to half of its size. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Garuk's gonna go over to the orb and Garuk managed like he's struggling, but he manages to like roll the orb off the ground and onto his palm, and then like lift it up with a lot of effort. So Garuk is just like holding it in his palm with a look of triumph, and he just looks directly at Reika again. Well, no, you guys don't have your full like memories and shit, so you would have to roll insight to see if you would identify that, I think. Nah, because he's trying to see if he knows what it is. Yeah, I guess. No, Arcana's more for like the source and whatnot. Yeah, I guess. Nah, I'm going insight. I think that that's not a great one for him anyway. Ah. So you know that, like, you definitely noticed the size of the object change, and you know that there was some kind of spell cast, but you don't like know what exactly it did and who affected it. But I guess you would know it was Lucane because I don't think Blues has any spells. But actually, for all you know, Garu could have did it though, because you've seen him cast spells. I think he enlarged himself in his tournament fight, but I could be wrong. Yeah, everybody thinks he's a barbarian when he's that was the goal though. Um but yeah, either way, you're not gonna say a word to Garuk, so this doesn't really matter. Like, Garuk doesn't talk, but um how long does the spell last for? Alright, so what do you got? Are you concentrating on it for the whole time? Or are you just gonna let it go like, oh, it's off the ground now, so we should be fine? If not, what's your next move? Like as a group. Well, Garuk's probably gonna go back to looking for fodder soon. As soon as he can. He's struggling still though. Wait, Reika, so you went tried to pick up fodder's focus and have not clocked that fodder's not here. Okay. 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 That's fair. All right. So Lucane. And Lucane's. No, you guys are really just strangers of happenstance still. Like, well, like, you guys, but that's not true. You do know that you're connected. You've seen the connections. You're just not sure what they are. Yeah, that's also true. So like, which will be interesting if Reika ever feels motivated to no longer be with either of you. You know what I mean? Like, but oh baby,
Wildfire danger in Pennsylvania right now.
wildfire in Pennsylvania. How the fuck are we getting wildfire danger? It rains all day. All right. All right. What was I doing? Oh, no, that's later. Lucane, if you're looking for clues of Flutter's disappearance and you have not talked to Blues about it, I need a perception check. What'd you get? I'm it's not horrible. It's only perception. Come on now. You're looking around for clues of fodder and you don't see any trace of him. You see like where the last place he was standing is, which is like right where your snake is now. And then well, you know what I mean. But but you don't see any footprints like leaving. Roll wisdom's. Yeah, I know, but you still need to make a wisdom save. There's it's not a big thing, but there's a reason. Okay. So as you move your hand through that space, you feel like a slight like emptiness through the air, like almost like your entire arm stopped existing for a second. Dark starts to walk over to go into that spot. But yeah, Garuk can't walk over. He's still got the orb. So as all this has happened, I'm going to say that the spell has ended. The orb goes back to normal. Garuk's hand drops about like way from like chest high to the ground. And then he like puts his other hand underneath it and like catches it and brings it back up. And then Garuk starts to walk over to the spot where Fodder was because he heard Blue say something about it, but didn't say hear who he said it to. Which is right here. I can't put him there because you guys are there, but he's gonna walk over there, and if nobody does anything, it's gonna be fun. It's not. I don't think he's good. Yeah, you'll see. Oh, that's fantastic. Need to make a deck save. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's totally with disadvantage. Nah, I don't think so. he stumbles and like falls a little bit forward because he's obviously got this heavy ass orb in front of him, and like his hands in the orb dip into where fodder was, and then he like regains his balance and he pulls his hands back out, but Hugh is gone. Fun fact, that's why you all had disadvantage. Because it belongs to fodder. Yeah, I wanted to make it as hard as it would be as if you were trying to steal it from him himself. Hugh went out like he lived, doing nothing. What, baby? Hugh was useless. Let's be real. Yeah. And most of fodder's spells missed. What, Scribble? Oh yeah, but snakes are adorable. I get to get one at some point. I did, by the way. I gave Fodder a peek behind the curtain and told him what happened to Fodder, or what's happening to Fodder, or what's going to happen to Fodder. Yeah, it's fun. At least they're doing something. I don't remember anything about that. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So friends, what direction are we going to look for fodder in? There's nothing. Not a fucking thing. You're on your way to it. You know what's really, you want to talk to anxiety? Oh, okay.
Subscription for Rainbow Six.
Huh? That's what we did for the battle pass.
I didn't know that's what that was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to read something that this is what you're reading about fodder, but it's going to sound kind of like narrative, like narrational. The marsh around you is still familiar at first. The mud shifts underfoot. Water ripples slowly, almost thoughtfully. The air is damp and heavy, normal in the way a place can pretend to be normal. But as you continue forward, the familiarity begins to fracture. The reflections in the water don't match your movement anymore. A delay, a hesitation, like the world is thinking before it responds. And then you notice something important. Oh shit, I can't read that part. Sorry. That's Because the next sentence is fodder is no longer with you. We already did all that, but I already kind of went off script a little bit. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's all you get from that. Yeah. Actually, one more thing. Where is it? No, I don't have another thing there. I will say, you get there's a smell of sweetness in the air, and then the page like trails off, and you can no longer read from Fodder's perspective. Yeah, yeah. um well, he said he got his sleeping bag out, so he might be hiding again. Fucking Garlic is already like laying down, snoring. Like he's like, oh, okay. Dude, holding that orb really tired him out. All right. Wait. I'm sorry, Reika. You have to repeat that. My wife talked to me. What are you doing after? You looked at blues and then you did something. Garuk saw Blues pull a sleeping bag out, and you guys didn't notice, but he immediately laid down and, like, within seconds was out. Like, he's one of those people that can fall asleep so fast that pisses you off. The most cartoonish snore, too. I mean, it's nice to make sure you have all your resources, I guess. just immediately sleep. By the way, you're all immediately sleeping around the space your homie disappeared. There's not even a body, though. There's just a void. So how long is your nap gonna be? Are you guys having a nap or a sleep? um, hey, somebody pick odd or even. I didn't mean to hit two. It's odd. Yeah, no, you're good. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, or whatever it is people say to make people feel. Yeah, totally. It took me out of the game. Have to load back in. I don't play that game. Me and my one friend way back in the day got super stoned and figure out a way to win the game. And I don't remember. But I remember it, like in the moment it was the greatest shit ever. And then no, we woke up and couldn't remember shit. Now I gotta remember what voice I gave this man. Hey, someone remembered his name. I'm so proud.
This is Barry's voice. Is this good? No. You. That's all.
Awful. What is that? Wait, I think it's
This one. I think this is Barry. I think this is Barry. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Hey, you guys wouldn't happen to have seen any weird spatial things going on, right? The little fire disappeared. When did you guys get a pet sporehound? Wasn't there two more of you? But yeah, there was like the tree person or the paper person. I'm a tree person. Oh yeah. I don't I don't know if he would notice though. No, like he's got poor eyesight, very poor eyesight. But Um, well, just you guys should be really careful around here. Something feels wrong. I don't know what it is, but I should probably look for your friends. All right, so well, I guess I'm gonna go looking for him. Well, I'll keep an eye out. I'm not gonna specifically go looking for him. I have, a lot going on. Something's wrong around here, so I was just figured I would go check where you guys went and see how things were going on your end. I mean, it looks like you're doing okay, better than I thought you'd be doing. Wait, what, Reika?
What did you say? Ah, okay.
You guys know it's probably not the best idea to just be sleeping on out in the open like clearings like this, right? He's just gonna be like, all right. Oh, by the way, um, if I find your friend, where should I send them to? Send them back to anxiety. Okay, got it. He just
Just like turns around and starts like lumbering off back the way he came from, which is also the way you guys came from. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what it. Something about like a giant like tree ant, the shape and that's shaped like a dwarf, just makes me so happy. Like I just picture like an actual dwarf that meets it just has to be inherently mad. Well, you're also not fully dwarf either. It just for some reason that made me think of the fact that like fucking the Kung Fu Panda's dad is a goose. Where at one point he's just like, "You're adopted," and he goes, "Wait, what?" But no, so Barry has went back off to see if he can find what is going on, and also he'll keep an eye out for fodder. Where are you all going from here? Wait, where? Just, just for, just for clarification purposes, where does Lucane want to go that's dangerous? Okay. Well, I would say, okay, the best way for you to get to other biomes is to continue walking along the path that Reika was going down when he fought the squid. Because the biomes are all connected, and it's basically like you have to get to them by the path you've chosen. I mean, you could, in theory, backtrack and choose another biome, or you just keep moving and you'll run into another biome and a hybrid zone. Yeah, let's say you have a map, but you don't have like a direct way to get to like this biome, you know. But you can find out like what direction they are, kind of. I would say that I actually got scared off when Barry approached. No, yeah, I could get rid of them. Sorry. Okay. What? What are you gonna talk to the fish? You can try. You can speak with any animal, really. You can't cast it as a ritual?
There's other popsicles.
Is there an R on the spell? You speak with animals has to be a ritual, right? Because it wouldn't cost a spell slot. When you can cast something as a ritual, you can use 10 minutes to cast it, and it cast it without consuming a spell slot. Yeah, yes it does. Yes, it totally does. First level divination parentheses ritual. Yeah. Yeah. And basically, I believe it makes you able to do that until long rest. At least that's how it works in Baldur's Gate. And instead of like, who wants to keep track of every 10 minutes you want to speak with animals, you know? Yeah, yeah. They'll have to breathe like briefly. Lucane will just be muttering to themselves or casting it while they're walking or something, you know? All right. Glad we got that sorted properly. So I personally think that that is one of the coolest things about spellcasting in D&D. Um it's just because like there's a lot of spells that are very situational that like you want to use it but you don't want to use a spell slot for it, and that's why that rule exists, so that you're more willing to use your spells like outside of combat and things. So yeah, I'm totally on board with that. Um so yeah, you're gonna try and speak to the fish. Okay. No, you know what's really funny is I actually have a really, really good voice for this. I just have to find it.
I hope this still works good. Let me hear it. Oh, this is a minute. Oh, yeah, it is. No. Hold on. I think this is it. I don't know. I think I lost it. They changed the picture, but I'm pretty sure this is it. They used to use this for a frogman who would just talk in like mucus bubbles. His name was Jiminy. Anyway,
So what are you gonna say to the fish? They like as soon as you say hello there, they all like quickly like scatter in like loose formation for a moment. Then they quickly reform it and go,
oh hey, you've been here for a little bit now.
by the way, each word comes from a different fish. Lucane's eyes just darting, trying to find which fish is talking.
Anyway, yeah, you guys dealt with the rats, right? That was very nice. It's great to not have to deal with that anymore. Although the dogs are chasing us again, and that's not ideal. They can't catch us. It's just really annoying. No. Well, actually,
because they've been here though. They've been here the whole time, yeah. And they've also like this conversation started like you guys had been here for a while, like. So I feel like the fish know that that's Lucane, even though they're shaped like a dog. It's a good point, but I'm just saying.
um, we only really know the waters here. Well, the skies here, water, sky, all the places we like to bounce between. But I will say there is a part. There's a place where the waters get a little less fun. I would say it's down, like it's straight south from here, like down towards where Reiko was.
Down towards where Reiko was going when the octopus encounter happened. All the way down like here ish.
It would probably only take you like maybe 20 minutes. No problem. Thanks for taking care of the rats. Um, yeah, Barry likes to eat us, so
I think he makes soup out of us. You know, we're little and there's a lot of us, so it's what we've heard at least. We tell stories about him. Okay, just don't bring Barry with you.
Which means whenever Barry came through here earlier, like you noticed the fish just gave him a wide berth. Like they just like scattered. They came back, but like it's like there's like a 30-foot dome around Barry that these fish just will not enter. So Lucane now knows a direction to go to get to the nearest biome. I just I just picture like a line on like the Dead Space map, but on the back of Lucane. That's funny. So who I know Garrick's gonna follow Blues because he doesn't know what Lucane said. Reika, what are you doing? Nope, Reika's coming. Okay. So you guys are heading to the next biome. Oh, this is gonna be fun. You guys have you guys are coming in up here. Oh man. Y'all don't even know. Okay. Where's my thing here? As you guys continue on towards the next biome, you begin to notice that the waters become uh less like water and more like liquid crystal almost. Where the water splashes, you see sharp edges. Like it's water that looks like it would cut you if you don't put your hand into it. You can walk through it no problem, but it just doesn't look inviting. You see crystals sprouting up through the air, vibrant and full of life. And they're like growing out of various trees and just jutting out of the earth in random spots. And some spots they're coming out of the water. As you're moving along, you see fodder. As you approach him, he's just standing there, standing completely upright and still. There's no wounds, no movement, no nothing. The way he's standing as if he was just standing there normally. Like he simply stopped mid thought and never resumed it. His oh yeah, you but as you are you gonna get closer to him to actually look at him? Uh so from what you can tell, because his back is currently to you all and he's like wearing his hood and everything. Like just because you saw me bring the token in doesn't mean you fully see him. No, you see the back of him. He's looking off in the distance. But you do see that, like, you can see from his like exposed arms and his feet that he is not glowing like he normally does. No more than usual. You just think you're covered in mud, predator style. um. Okay. You get no response. I know. I know he is. But you get there's no kind of reaction from Fodder's direction. Liu Kane, you just did one of the greatest things you could have in this moment. Oh, no. So Liu Kane, you walk up towards Fodder, eyeing him for any signs of life. And you see that, like, although he seems to be standing naturally, like he's not stiff and rigid, he's like just chilling. Like that's just Fodder standing there, you know? He's just not moving. It's but not in a weird way. Um, there's no like sign of pain or fear or anything. He just seems empty. Like something inside him was simply just switched off. The air around him and him himself smell slightly sweeter, too sweet, and wrong in a way that you can't immediately name. Oh yeah, because you're still a spore back. Could you bring one in? Do you have the image? I'll send it to you. I have it right here. I'm just gonna send it. Oh no, you can you bring it in yourself as a token, or do I have to? Okay. I sent it to this chat. I can send it to you specifically if that helps. That works. I love them. They're so fun. Did you have you determined if your sporeback form has wings yet? I mean, you can choose to have them in like if you need them in the moment or something, whatever. But I'm just asking. You're so lucky that narratively your character being the offspring of Petra just worked out that well. um, I will be able to like show y'all if anybody wants a better look at Fodder's thing when we're done with this like brief thing. Well, yeah, but figure this is better. As you, so Lucane, you see that the orange glow that used to be in fodder is replaced with like this mixture of like very obviously poisonous greens and purples. His eyes are glowing like a very dull yellow. And I'm gonna take this image away. I think that's long enough. I need perception from everybody, by the way. Okay. Oh, nice, nice. Perfect. Everybody did pretty good on that. As you look past him deeper into the marsh, something is there. At first, it refuses to resolve into anything clear, just another shape among reeds, another distortion in the mist. But the longer you look, the more it refuses to become anything else. It resembles a frog, large but wrongly proportioned, still enough that you cannot tell if it's moving or if the world around it is subtly shifting instead. You are not certain of its size. The marsh is no longer giving you reliable distance. Trees feel too close, water feels too deep. It might be enormous, or it might already be closer than you want to believe. Um, the figure does not move like something searching. It does not hunt. It simply is there, as if the marsh has briefly agreed to contain it. The Go ahead. You're good. You're good. I heard your roll. Um, it Reika, you stop paying attention to it, but you do notice that, and you all notice this, by the way. The air tastes faintly sweet for a moment. It does not look at you, but for some reason, you're no longer certain that it isn't aware of you. So you know, I was gonna say that's an interesting choice for Reika because Reika's acknowledging the danger of the moment. That's true. Yeah. Um. All right. Who wants to pick odds or evens again? Oh, you picked it last time. Up, it's odds. Uh, Fodder's body. He just like slumps to the ground and suddenly, like, he just suddenly went limp. I don't, I totally didn't forget about Garuk again. Oh no, that's fair, but I don't think lose. I say I don't know what you. I don't think you realize what you've just made happen. It's not. It's gonna be very not good. Garuk comes up as Fodder collapses and immediately just runs up to him and grabs him up in his arms. Uh, Garik's gonna like. Garik's probably just bawling. I'm gonna be real. He's gonna look at Fodder and not like it's gonna be confusing for him. He's gonna see his buddy but not recognize him because he doesn't look the same. And he sees the like look that he has, and then he sees this creature in the distance, and he's just gonna take off after it. Yeah, I spent a good bit of time on this today. uh I'm gonna say he books before anybody gets a chance to try and stop him and makes it to here. Oh. Yeah, he could. I mean, because that's the archetype he has, but that's not really who he is. Especially because he doesn't talk. Uh, Honestly, despite how he's carried himself this whole time, this might be like the one time where he actually like he's never appeared more barbarian than right now. He's just fucking screaming and running. He actually like and Loki, if he sticks around, he might have to take a level or two in barbarian after this. Because he's really not one. Yeah. All right, so Lucane is following Garuk. Are you trying to catch up to him to stop him? Okay. Uh, It's fair. So Garuk did leave Fodder's body there, by the way. All right, if anybody can remember everything that Fodder had, oh, might. So you should more just read the custom items. We're not worried about a starting inventory. I think that's Hugh. He hasn't really done much. He is a new player in his defense. I'm just saying. And you all tried to get that. You take his spell book. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you would just be taking his whole body if you're gonna take all of his stuff, right? Maybe take him back to the tavern at some point. You're just gonna loot and leave his body here? Fuck. I would. So the lattice is like tied to you unless you spend it. So I don't know if you'd be able to claim his. Just saying. The prism isn't on him. No, it's gone. Wait, actually, no. Funny. The prism's going to be like on the ground at his feet. Roll strength with disadvantage. Well, I was gonna say, damn, that's pretty good. I was gonna say, as far as you guys know, he was like this before when you tried too. Like, you don't know. It gives you the ability to pick it up, but it still is inert magically, and it's much heavier than you like expected, even with how much you struggled to pick it up. And I would say that it should give you a slight respect for Fodder that he was able to wield power over something that gives you a struggle. That's all I'm saying. Well, I feel like those two things are, you're just splitting hairs at that moment. So, with the exception, all right, Reika did your looting. You can work that out with Blues. Blues has the sheet. I mean, probably. I'd say it's not a struggle for him to currently have it. It was a struggle for him. Like, I'm thinking he's remembering the struggle the first time too. but I'd say it's like he's carrying a medicine ball while fighting. Like it's not the yeah, it's not the worst thing, but like it's not ideal. We'll see if it comes into Oath play. Um, but the question, Blues, is what are you doing? Um, you stealthed? I would say no, unless Reika was like paying attention to you as you went away. Yeah, so and Blues again, like Reika has made it very clear that they aren't paying that much attention to the party. So so with your desire for killing powerful things in mind, you should be concerned that Garuk's gonna kill the strong thing that killed your companion before you. Is yeah, you don't know that for sure, but actually, I can say definitively you have not. You've seen snails, fish, and dogs, and an octopus. That's fair. I'll give you that. But are you going after your group? Okay. S-
Fun.
What did you say, baby? You guys say the longer you guys take, the more distance Garuk gets ahead of you. Hey, hey, Lucane, move back. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. 1 second. Liu Kane, move back. Yeah. Yep. It doesn't matter. It made Garuk able to run faster than you for a moment. He has some distance. It matters, trust me. It may not make sense right now, but it will in a moment. Well, no, but he's aiming at Hugh, which is an entity in a way. So you can swing to hit Hugh, but Hugh doesn't have an AC. So you're gonna have to beat Reika's AC to successfully attack Hugh. Just roll your attack. So it would, yeah. So no, you don't add anything to that, do you? Unless you have like a special feat. There's just a flat D20, which cannot beat Reika. Like unless like even if you get a 20, I just so. Oh, cool. Cause so like, I actually learned recently that I know a 20 is like the best roll you can get, but it doesn't always mean a success. Yeah, like it always does something, but it's not always a guaranteed like true success. Is how I view it anyway. But anyway, I got sidetracked there. That was a rule I was reminded of recently from a TikTok I saw, and I was like, yeah, that's true. And that's a reminder I needed because there's times where I've given things I didn't want to respect the 20, you know? Anyway. So Reika, what is your response to this? Well, so my thought process is if you're going to instinctually defend yourself, like so Reika's just gonna like it's like shift where the shield's in the line of the strike instead of the orb. Now so I'm gonna say because it's the one, lose your momentum carries you like through like you kind of slide off Reika's shield and you end up headbutting it and take 2 damage. We'll go with that. Okay. So are you guys now heading your way towards This is gonna be fun. So for a moment it seems as if like this is for Garuk. Garuk's running away. We've got Liu Kane slightly behind him. Liu Kane, you turn back to bark at Blues and Reika because now is not the time to be fighting amongst yourselves. You're 100% right. You turn your head back around and you get like that like head tilt disbelief feeling where fucking because Garuk, who was just like 2 steps in front of you, is now like 20 feet away from you. Garuk's running, and as he's moving, suddenly in a distance, the frog seems far away, and then he's much closer than he should be. The distance collapses in a way that makes your stomach turn. The frog-shaped figure does not move. It does not turn. It does not prepare. But the air changes. The sweetness intensifies, not stronger, closer. Like you were breathing something that was not meant to be shared. Well, hold on, Liu Kane. You were following Garuk. So, real quick, hold that thought, Liu Kane, before you pause, okay? So, Liu Kane, as you're following Garuk, I'm gonna say you pause about here, and Garuk was about here, and now all of a sudden he's like there. Okay. Blues, you didn't see him move? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see him. Reika and Blues, once they both hit this point, you can't like they look like they're so much farther away than they are. Like you can almost not see Liu Kane because they seem so distant. Liu Kane. As you're running, you don't. So, Blues, are you like with Reika? Or are you slightly behind? Like, are you staying with Fodder? Okay. Reika, as you're moving forward. So, Reika continues forward. Reika, move yourself up a little bit more. Like here-ish. Yeah, that works. Liu Kane, Reika is like if you look behind you to see where the others are, you'll see Reika like was way back there with Blues, and now they're like suddenly like halfway to you. Reika, you take like 2 steps and Liu Kane seems super distant, and then you're beside them. Yeah, I don't know. Perception would help you on here. I feel like this would be Arcana. Yeah. Mostly because I want to use Insight again, but I used Insight when I should have Arcana, so now I'm going to flip-flop them. So you notice that there's like some form of temporal distortion going on. like space is acting weird. Um, more like more like you're skipping spaces. Like you're walking the distance, but you're not, you know? Yeah. Kind of like the anomalies in Primeval, but without like seeing it, you know? That's the best way. Yeah, that's the perfect way, actually. I love that show. Anyway, so you guys see Garuk is like he's not on top of the frog, but like Garuk looks significantly smaller, and like you know what I mean, like compared to the frog. Like if you want, I can here. Let me just and that's Garuk. I'm a... okay. Whatever. Actually, him being a toad makes more sense with his name, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's Blue's turn. Blue, what are you doing to the corpse? Let's go. As you notice the cause of death, it seems to be like without knowing a lot about the physiology of an Emberborn, it's more or less like his light was extinguished in an instant and replaced with something that shouldn't be there. Yeah. The veins of his that glow with like they used to glow with fire and light now still glow, but it's full of like this purple and green hues, so like just they look like they're not pleasant. It's just this mixture of unpleasant colors inside of him. What? Are you gonna shatter fodder? Well, fodder definitely got hit there, but roll damage. I mean, technically, I guess you would, because it's not alive. Well, it's dead, so you automatically hit, actually. Here, roll. If you're trying to get his core specifically without fucking it up, yeah, she's right. Roll medicine. It's not bad. So so like you at first you give it a good hard smack to get the initial break, and you have to um I feel like something has to happen here because This is kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up though. I know that. I can understand that you have your reasons, but from the perspective of the DM, like, I just feel like you're going to have an Emberborn core. I'll say that, but it's going to be like afflicted with poison rather than being a true like Emberborn core. So like put tainted Emberborn core. Maybe you can find somebody that wants something to do with that, but we'll see. I don't think you want to take that to Dr. Hare. Okay. You try to go to there, you get get it in your mind. That's where I want to stop. But you end up here. What are you doing, Reika and Liu Kane? Garuk is like still running as far as you can tell. Because like he's not getting any farther away, but you're not moving. So I mean, I guess as far as you know, he stopped. Yes, Reika is an interesting one. Reika, you take a couple more steps forward and end up like Garuk's almost back to looking real size. You like Lucane, you see Reika take a step, and almost like when Garuk went through the space spotter was, it's like he just takes a step and then is gone. But you see him walk into a wall of nothing. Okay, Lucane, you take a couple steps and you end up right here with Reika. Blues, you see all of this go down. My dog needs to go outside, y'all, and I'm gonna smoke while I'm out there. So everybody take a moment to pee and whatnot. It's tree time. I have this little like a text banner that I turn on whenever I go to smoke now. It says tree time, give me 5. Yeah. Must see it. Most Emberborns keep their cores exposed. Like that's why Fodder wore his cloak the way he did. Well, just the color, like the structure's the same. Probably. That's such a giant toad. That's why you should be concerned. So I feel like I know I've already sent the picture before, but like I feel like when you get a proper look at it, which is about to happen. Oh, Blues, what are you doing? That's backwards. That's not forward. On what? Do you just not like glass or crystals or? You swing and hit the crystals with what, by the way? Use the crowbar. You hit the crystals, the crowbar bounces off. It leaves like some scratches in it, but you're only like you're getting like dust off of it, no chunks or anything. Just rock dust. You know what I mean? But you know, the shit's chipping off of it, but it's so fucking fine that you can't do nothing with that. I know. It would take you a while. Yeah, it would take you a while. You notice like the end of your crowbar that you hit it with is like almost immediately dull. The crystals are definitely magic, but you just get like the kind of like life kind of magic. All right. So this is gonna be kind of weird. We have to do a map shift for everybody but Blues. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be interesting. So that's that. This is uh thurgash. Hmm. I like it. Uh, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Uh, one moment here. I have a thing. Um, as you close the distance, the shape becomes much clearer, and you can tell this is 100% a toad, not a frog. But not it's not like a normal frog. Its surface shifts subtly like layers of wet mash trying to agree on a shape. Its skin glistens, but not with water, with something thicker, something that reflects light wrong. Its limbs are too long, its body too heavy, its stillness too complete. And its eyes are not focused on you. They are focused on the space in front of them. He's just blank staring in front of him. As Garuk approaches, he good try. Good luck with that, actually. Because you can try. I will let you try. But as Garuk approaches, you notice that his running slows and his breathing starts to get heavier. I need everybody to everybody have somewhere they can write something, right? All right, I need you to write the word saturation. And I need all of you to put a number 2 there. You're at a 1, actually. No. It's not a disease. It is not a disease. It is poison. It is not a disease. Irrelevant to saturation. Because you don't know how long you've been breathing it. I will say if it so when checks happen, you will have advantage, but checks did not happen to get to the levels you're at now. Oh, that's fun. All right. So it's initiative time for everybody, except Blues, because Blues isn't here. Hold on. If you guys roll initiative in here and click on your people, we should be able to do this proper for you guys at least. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, if you click on a token and then roll your initiative like in Roll20, it'll add you like to the initiative tracker thingy. I've never actually tried to use it, but we can try to actually use it. You just have to make sure you have it selected, not open it. I can also just type them in for you, I think. Yeah, just manually type in what you get. Garuk got a 13. Oh yeah, just use your usual initiative, yeah. You're in your anger mask right now. No, that's not a real thing. I was messing with something. This is all right. It's not adding Thurgash to the turn order, but that's fine. I know where he's at. So Reiko, what are you doing? Ooh. Oh wait, by the way, he's all the way down here still. I lied to you. I told you that wasn't a real thing. I'll let you get close enough to him if you really want to, Reika. I'll let you. Actually, this is a very Reika, you need to make a con save with advantage. Yep. All right, you're good. Oh, so you're not backing. You're staying where you're at. Fine. Garuk is going to get another saturation. It's not great for him. That's it for Reika, right? All right. It's Garuk's turn. Garuk got another saturation on his turn, and he's going to run up the thurgash. And like he's going to like it looks like he's punching the air, but you can see power leave his fist and make contact with thurgash. Let's see. But Thurgash seems completely unfazed by it. Like you see it hit, but it's almost like it hits him and does nothing. uh that's it for Garuk for now. He's pretty much on top of the guy. Liu Kane. Hey, what up, Bandit? Thanks for the likes, homie. I'm doing D&D, so I can't really talk to you much, but I appreciate you, bro. Make sure to share if you know anybody that likes D&D. Also, what up, Nubin? Okay. All right. So I need you to make a con save too. With it's poison, so I don't know if you have anything for that, but so that's the creature you're. I mean, it's the creature you're imitating, and I feel like that also would apply. But I don't know if you would have necessarily an immunity to his poison, because like there's a difference between spores and poison. I feel like. You're gonna take one more saturation. This is gonna be fun. uh, uh, not yet. So actually, there's not really HP damage from the poison in my plans. Um, it's it's different. Uh, go ahead. Sorry. You're gonna use poison spray against thurgash the toxin. You used what instead? Sorry. Okay. Was that a to hit or do I make a save? 16 to hit? Does not. Does not. Yeah, actually, you cast your spell to hit, and what's your Starry Wisp look like as your Spore Hound? I like that. It's like a cloud of glowing spores. The glowing spores make contact with Thurgash, but they seem to just go into him and do nothing, much like Garruk's attack. Um, is that it for Lucane? Okay, that takes us back to Reika. No, it seems actually roll perception. I was about to use free info again. I gotta quit doing that. Um, you don't notice any kind of like spatial distortion. I know what you're like what you guys just yeah. But, you just see like the spells like seem to make a connection like anybody else they hit the spell goes into them, it does what it does, but it's not doing what it does, it's just making the connection. No, he hit it with like a force that he like propelled from his fist, like because he does like he does like thunder strikes and stuff. Um, to get an accurate like representation of its size is hard, but it's like twice the size of Barry. Oh, it's big, big. Yeah. Like I feel like it's like comparable to like the sage toad. They're just fucking huge. Like probably even bigger than him, honestly, because I feel like He's not 40 feet, but he could be. I don't know. I'm a bad judge of distance by looking. He's easily 40 foot tall. Oh no. Uh, take 2 saturation. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. You're touching him. Hold on one moment. Hey Rex, I can't add a song right now. I'm sorry. We're doing D&D, so I have like background music for D&D. But thank you for the shares and likes, and I appreciate you for being back. But it's D&D night. This is my homebrew world, and they're currently meeting a celestial is something. It's a creature I created. He's basically made up of space, and his name is Thurgash the Toxic, and they're trying to fight it, and they shouldn't be. All right, sorry, I was talking to chat real quick. All right, so couple things again. First, you need. I know that you're not making it, but you have to take that saturation. Now that you're closer to it, you see that like you looking into its body, you see like space. It's like you're looking into the night sky. And you see like these veins of purple and green toxins just flowing through it endlessly. It's like the spirals of galaxies. No, it doesn't seem to have a specific pattern that you can see. If you would have to study it or something. But another thing you like if you like notice its tongue is just constantly dripping this like very potent toxin. It's just hanging out of its mouth lazily. Like it's not attacking. It's just sitting there just being. All right, I'm gonna say you can make it to about like I don't know if it's pinging proper, but about there on him. Yeah. Hey, you guys like my giant frog I made? His name is Thurgash the Toxic. I was talking to my daughter and her friend. Huh. It's Garuk's turn. Garuk is going to walk up to where Reika started to climb the frog and just start to lay into its legs. And it's like there's no like magic behind it this time. He's putting all of his power into blow after blow. And he's just gonna keep pounding into this dude's leg. Like, he's not going to make another move until something happens. Well, okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. I'm glad the theater of the mind is working. That's a pretty good representation. just minus the ego of the frog, you know? So yeah, but kinda. So like it's more I see I had a different mental image and I can't remember what it's from. But basically it was just a dude that just like just started punching a wall and it just kept going and eventually he just started to slow down and what like the weapons he had on his hands just started to disintegrate. Can't remember what it was from, but it was fucking wild. Anyway, unrelated. So that's what Garuk's going to be doing. But as he's punching, you notice that he seems like way more winded than he should for someone that like fights as much as he does. And he actually coughs up a little bit of blood. And then that's Liu Kane's turn. Oh no, I didn't even think about that as a possibility. Oh wait, yeah, I did. I know I definitely thought. Hold on. Oh no, I'm figuring it out. I just need to figure. One moment here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up. You know what I mean. That doesn't work. It's gonna be weird. So you gain a saturation. Um, without a save again. Actually, I thought that I implemented saves, but I think guess I made those up in the first time. And there is in certain situations where they exist, but not when you're certain close to them. Oh shit! I never took Thurgash's turn. Thurgash is supposed to go before. He's supposed to go before Liu Kane. So, Liu Kane, hold that thought. Actually, no, Liu Kane, you can finish yours. I'll put him after you. That way, it just makes more sense. Blues isn't here anyway. Blues might end up in last afterwards. So you're trying to talk to. What did you say to him? Sorry. Oh, you took a saturation and you don't get a response, but you see like it's just one of its eyes shift towards you. It's a good question. Salted's family is wild. I just picture it. So from his perspective, right? Just picture like, because you're like a sporehound shape right now, right? So you're smaller than you normally are. So like from his just picture an came up and started talking to you. He just like looks down at you and just he's like stares for a moment and he kind of looks away and then he just like keeps glancing back to see if you're still there. So the funny thing is, it's just been sitting there with its mouth open the whole time, like in the picture in my head, because like it's just like letting the poison drip out, like it's just constantly like. Bleh. So like, I feel like it talking to you is going to require effort on his part. What does Bee Spawn do? He's not. He's not a beast anyway. Yeah, no, he's not. He's actually. It's. You'll understand shortly. Here we go. Your voice leaves you. Your voice leaves you normally, but the space in front of you doesn't seem to receive it the same way. The world. The oh yeah, you don't. So wait, how's he supposed to understand you then? How do you speak with animals? I guess we can say when you speak with animals that applies, but in that case, then what I'm saying still applies. Well, then that's going to make this a lot more difficult, isn't it? You currently have the body of a dog and you're communicating with a toad. Oh, yeah, that's true. So, yeah, you could speak. We'll do that then. You can speak when you're a sporehound, which is really interesting for Liu Kang. only to animals. Only to animals. I'd say like, but when you're talking to animals, it would be like you're both speaking, you know, because that's what the spell does. But your voice leaves you normally, but the space in front of you doesn't receive it the same way. The words feel like they arrive a moment too late, like they had to wait for their turn to exist. There is no response, not even the absence of one, just continuation in the moment. As your hand makes contact, because you tried to touch it to cast a spell, you expect resistance, texture, weight, temperature, something. Instead, your touch lands and then finishes arriving a fraction of a second later. So you like feel it before you actually make contact. The surface shifts under your hand. It's not like it's just like not taking a solid shape. So it's kind of like there's waves on its skin that your hand is feeling. Like it's just. I don't know if that sound effect makes sense to you, but it did to me. For a brief moment, you are not entirely sure your hand is where you think it is. When you cast Beast Spawn, the spell tries to connect to a beast mind, but there isn't one. So it connects to the closest equivalent, which is wrong. You cast a spell, you feel it reach outward, seeking something familiar, something instinctual, and something alive. And it finds something that is both like it's alive, but it's also not quite here. So you can't fully connect to it. You just feel like a hint of like sentience. Okay. But that's just because I forgot him in the initiative order. Just saying. So Lucane goes to look at rocks. Hold on. Okay. I need a wisdom save from everyone. Well, everyone that's here, not blue. Blue's is still too far. I'm gonna tell him you said that. I'm I'm clipping it right now. So you got a dirty 21. What do you got, Lucane? All right, so you hear, like, even without his mouth moving, you suddenly just hear like a deafening croak emanate from Thurgash, and you feel it in your ears and it hurts. You do not take any saturation, but you lose your reaction, which is such a weird caveat that was thrown in here because your only thing against you is Thurgash. What are you gonna react to? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, that's technically what that means. But Reika, you're up. uh like 20 feet. Okay. Cool. First, couple things we need to cover. One, what saturation are you currently at? All right, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and bump that up to 6. As you get closer to its mouth, you just hear bubbling and you just see various poisons flowing out of its tongue onto its tongue, and they like all condense into the tip into like this super potent toxin. I need to double check something while you make here it is. Oh, okay. Real quick, just for an update, what's everyone's saturation at? I know it doesn't. You're at 4. All right, so yours doesn't matter yet. Okay, just rake us. Just rake us. Reika, what's your movement? Okay, cool. Just checking. I don't want to do that. All right, Reika, I need you to make and I guess you're just throwing it, and yeah, I guess you're just dropping the orb into the mouth. So like you're not crossing the threshold of its mouth. I was thinking of an arm, I was just gonna do a quick little nibble. Back on Titan style. All right. So you throw the orb into Thurgash. I'm not sure what you expect to happen here. Hold on. We have to make a roll for this. Well, hold on. So my thought process is I have to make a roll for this first, but well, I have to make a roll first, and if oh no, there's no way, bro. Okay, so you throw the orb into Thurgash's mouth, and you expect like its jaw to drop or its body to shift or something, and it just like it seems unfazed. It still has yet to look at you. You no longer see the orb. You're not staring down its mouth. Yeah. So Blues, I know that you can't see super like well from where you are, but I would say in the distance you do know that there is a fight happening. Just saying. What's walking around? No, it's not. It's not moved. The only movement this frog has done is move its eyes, and it was just because it was spoken to. So the sweet smell, yeah. I never said fruity. I've said sweet every time. I don't know where you're pulling fruity from. What? Anyway, I'm just saying. I never said fruity. Oh. One moment. One moment. Blues, we're changing something. You're not. You're staying where you are. The question I just asked you is no longer relevant. Blues, you see your friends fighting in the distance. One moment. I know. No, it's not. This is where Blues is. I thought this. I did click the wrong one. I'm used to us being on that one. That's what happened. Oh, it's because I didn't name this one right. Okay, there we go. I think I said. I think I said the frog is as big as two berries. Hold on, I gotta get Barry's voice back. That's great. I'm glad. He's a fun character. He's a fun guy.
I'm God, that was 100% on accident. Anyway, hey, noticed that little guy is back there and his heart's been ripped out. Hold on, are your friends fighting that fucking thing?
He takes off running, gone, fucking bolting towards your friends. No, he's he is not waiting. He starts skipping through space like your friends did on the journey there. He has no idea, like he's paying no attention at, does not give a shit. He is bolting towards this thing. With your dull crowbar. Barry comes running up, and you see he just like reaches his arms out to the sides and then just like claps them together, and you just see like roots come shooting out of the ground on either side of the frog and wrap around it. The frog does not move. I thought I did. I'm on there. There we go. The frog still does not move, and the roots around it wither away and disintegrate, and just collapse around it, dead and rotting.
Not a threat. It's a goddamn celestial over there. It doesn't matter. He's not supposed to be here. He needs to not be, but you guys shouldn't have ran after him. I told you to get me if you saw anything dangerous. Look at it! What the hell are you doing up there? Besides looking to get yourself killed, and
in that moment, Reika, you notice that you also cough up a little bit of blood. Nope. He feels fine.
Hey, you really should get down from there, you fucking fool. Listen, the moment calls for it, okay? Leave me alone. Look, we can explain why what you did is as stupid as it is when you're done doing it. Now get down. I don't know. I feel like there's no way Reika gets down. Yeah, like. Ooh.
Actually, Yeah, no. So Reika, before this happens, I need you to make a dex save. I forgot you were. Yeah, I forgot you were on top of him. Yeah. Um, it's more about you staying on the toad. You should be fine. We'll give you that one. So you managed to you managed to stay on thurgash, and you but in order to do so, you had to get like pressed up against it by these vines. So you are going to take an additional saturation. Ah, see what you did there. Yeah, okay. You know what you did do? You have the poisoned condition, which I don't know what that means in D&D, but I have my own things here for it. So, what does the poisoned condition mean in D&D? Okay, then yeah, we can. That works. Yes, keep that. But there's also, you can only do an action or movement, and every breath you take hurts. He's not getting any damage from breathing now. It's just like flavor. That part's flavor. So you say make me, and Barry just like Barry's gonna have to roll initiative too, but hold on a moment. Oh, that's not great. It's not great. He is, but yeah, it's good. It's gonna be his turn real quick because he just rolled in, but um so I guess he's gonna roll to grab you, and you have advantage on being moved forcibly, right? So first I have to roll to hit, which is going to be a 24. Hey! All right, and then you have to make a dex save, but you get advantage because of blah blah blah. Yeah, you save. You're fine. But you are unfortunately, because Barry doesn't have another way, because there are thorns on those vines. You're going to take 4 piercing damage. All right. Whose turn was it when Barry rolled in? I think we're at Reika. Well, you don't have an official turn. You've never rolled initiative. So we'll just go back to the top of the order with Reika. Oh no, the frog went because it croaked, and then Barry rolled in. Yeah. Okay, so it's Reika. No, they're he attacked you, but like they retracted with him, and you like broke free without being pulled with them. So like you kind of like flexed and shattered it as he pulled the rest back. Shadow of the Colossus style. Yeah, isn't that sucks? Oh no. Well, oh no. Roll to hit. I'd say because you're on top of it and because it's so huge, you can get advantage too. Because you're basically just striking at the ground at your feet at this point, you know? Well, that hits. Done. Give it. It's just turning on, dude. Okay, that hits. You can do damage. You can roll damage, I should say. How much damage total? Sorry. So you strike down on Thurgash and you see your hammer make a connection and you see that like instead of it just like stopping like everything else has seemed to, like after a moment, it like indents just the littlest bit and you see a slight crack form where your hammer made contact. But then like the space where the crack was refills and it begins to be fluid like everything around it was again. No, you didn't see any kind of liquid, no. Yeah, just like a slight little like a slight fracture that just like refilled and became space again, you know. I will say you would have seen more of a like of a glow, and if anything came out of it, it would have been like the same purple-ish poison that's dripping from its tongue.
How?
That takes us to Garuk, who like couldn't help but notice the stomping of Barry approaching. And he like saw the exchange between Barry and Reika and is going to back up and go over beside Barry. It's not he ran away. He noticed that nobody else is like in direct contact with this thing except you. You basically you look like a madman. It's so Reika. This is perfect. This is exactly how I expected this to go, honestly. Except I expected Blues to be here. Um, but it's I understand. And also Blues, I honestly I don't know what you could do here. But anyway, so it's Lucane, what do you got?
Now, what the fuck did I tell the little one?
Reika, I need you to make a con save, and I don't care. You have to do it at disadvantage. Oh yeah, that's a big oops. Or not Reika, you, sorry. I meant Lucane. I was looking at Reika when I was talking to Lucane. That's exactly what happened. It's because they licked something, actually. I need you. I need. Oh no. Oh no, this is not good. Lucane, what saturation are you currently at? Ooh. I need you to take an additional 6. And you fall unconscious. You're what? Oh no. Hold on. Hold on about keep going. Well, Lucane, you can't do anything else. Shit. Hold on a moment.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right, Lucane. Lucane, before you fall Lucane, you ready? I've got a bit for you now. There is a moment where nothing reacts, where it almost feels like that worked. You got closer than anyone else dared to, and then your breath stops matching your body. Not stopped, just delayed. You inhale and it arrives late. Your vision lags behind your eyes. Your thoughts feel like they're happening just slightly after you have them. And then everything aligns wrong. Your body doesn't fall, not immediately. It simply forgets to continue, and you go still, standing, just like fodder. Same energy as fodder. Then slowly, your body gives way. Not like something collapsing, like something that lost the instruction to remain upright. And you hit the marsh silent. Technically, no. So there's a really. Go ahead. Yeah, so hold on. Before you start asking questions, I know you have questions. Of course you do, but you see Lucane, the text on her body changes and turns the same purple and green combination that was spread throughout fodder as she's just laying on the ground, and there's just lines across her, a constant stream of squibbles, no coherent thoughts being projected. Um 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 a moment later, oh, this is really fucked up too. As if the moment has suddenly stopped, Thurgash is gone. Reika falls 40 feet to the ground. Yeah, you are. Hold on. Wait, there's something else I need to do. That spike might not still be there. Something's gonna change. Yeah, I did. Um, okay. So Thurgash is gone. Reika falls 40 feet. The world around you, more crystals have sprung up from the ground throughout like the time that has passed. And then like, but instead of the vibrant blue, a vibrant blue glow that they had before, they now have that purple green lifeless glow like fodder had. All the water is a murky, like disgusting looking green. It is. Oh yeah, it's totally. There's poison involved in that too, but we'll get to that in a moment. I don't remember what your saturation is, but you're gonna make a con save, and it's gonna be important. Yes, you do. Uh, we're going to get to Barry in a moment. We're gonna get to Barry in a moment. We're gonna get to Barry in a moment. Okay, you take 2 more saturation instead of what would have been 4. What are you at? Gotta double check my chart here. You might. You have severe instability. Moving is very difficult. Every 10 feet you try to move, I get to pick a direction and you drift 5 feet that direction. You're like every breath you take feels like you're fighting for it. Like your vision is narrow. Like you think any moment it could be your last one. It's probably like I'd say like it's halfway up, Reika. Like you're just in it, you know, but like all of you is there, you know what I mean? Like it's not covering your face or nothing, but no, you're good. Luke Kane. Oh shit, Luke Kane can't do anything. My bad. What's your question? No, it's the Blues. I think right now, Luke Kane has bigger problems and more important questions. What do you got? So it says currently, where'd it go? It's right here. Conditioned, unconscious, not dying, not making death saves, but you are not like you're in a state exactly like what they found fodder in. That's I listen. No. So the problem is, Luke Kane, is that fodder was dead. Well, but it kind of doesn't. But it kind of doesn't, because if you do some simple math, right? Luke Kane's in the same state. So I feel like technically you would turn back, but I don't know how that would work because of you being so. All right, we got to do some over the table explaining for me to make sure I make the right decision here. All right, I made the saturation mechanic so that you guys like start to realize like, hey, we probably shouldn't be near or interacting with this thing. I feel like I feel like that was very clear, right? Now, originally the saturation limit was 5, but I know who you people are, so I raised it to 10. But you just had to lick it. And so like I feel like that has to have a severe cause. So like I don't know. Like I don't want to just kill Luke Kane, but like she hit 10. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I forgot about where we are. Luke Kane, you awakened in the tavern. Scribble is left behind with your party. Your snake is unsummoned. You just appear in the tavern as Luke Kane, sitting at the bar with Harrow like across from you. I completely forgot that I gave myself a way that I can kill you and not feel like a dickhead. But see, that's something that you're gonna have to address because now one of you has. So my thought process is originally thurgash was responsible for Fodder's death alone, and it's gonna be like he's one of the things that can kill you all. But because of how I have progressed things in real time, there was definitely another factor that you all don't know about. I know what it is because I have contingencies on contingencies on contingencies. I literally have a whole map ready in case you guys decided to go the opposite direction of the frog. But Blues, you see Barry as he seems to be like from the distance, you can't tell what's happening, but he seems to be like hopping around. No, like he's just hopping in place, kind of. And you just hear thud, 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 thud. Just oh, by the way, Reika, as you get to your feet in the puddle you're in, you're there like just in time to see Lucane's body just disappear, and Garuk's just standing there next to Scribble, and they're both just so confused. I wanted to have Scribble transport with you, but I feel like this is better. Well, I mean, in theory, in theory, in theory, if the entire party dies, so would Scribble because he's also like whatever killed everybody would probably also kill him. Is the way I would probably explain that away. Yeah. Scribble will respawn. It'll be fine. Scribble will respawn. Reika, you get up and you see Garuk and Scribble. They both just kind of look defeated. Garuk's a little relieved that he can catch his breath, but then he remembers that Fodder's not here. And you also see Barry hopping on one leg as you see his other leg laying beside him, rotting and decaying. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part. I just wanted to talk about what happened to Barry. I could have saved that for next time you went to his hut, I guess. I know. I mean, Garu can see it. Garu can see it. It's fine. All right. But so Barry just starts he starts limping back towards his cabin, and you just you hear the stomping of him like walking away, but it sounds oddly staggered. Like instead of the thump thump thump, it's just thump thump thump. He's muttering to himself the whole time. No, he's literally just hopping. Yeah, he's hopping on one leg. And he's like,
Goddamn fucking Celestials, this is gonna take forever to get back to my home. Messed up the biome. Oh man, why did she lick it? What the fuck is happening? You can see him hopping towards you, and you hear like some of what he's
saying. Yeah, sorry. You can see him like he's hopping towards you, and like there's still like the little distortion, so like it's taking the same amount of time as it did for him to leave.
don't want to talk about it. Your friends are fucking stupid. You guys aren't welcome in my house right now. It's gonna take a while, okay? It's just, bro, blame her, all right? Hold on. No,
Hold on.
hold on. Yeah, but hold on. Well, hold on. Who do you think did the licking? Is the question. No, it was the fucking dog. The toad. They licked the celestial. Do you know what a celestial is, friend? So basically,
Before you had to like struggle to keep up with him, like you have to hinder yourself a little bit to not outpace him.
basically, it's when the tower has a bunch of repressed feelings, it needs to let it out. Like, you've seen things like that happen, I believe. Well, sometimes those things end up condensing and becoming their own entity. You don't want to kill them. Well, it's complicated. It's basically like they're needed, and we have to tolerate them. And he shouldn't be here, and he was here, and so I don't know. It's very inconvenient when you have to deal with one of them, but it's just part of being, you know, in charge of a floor around here. No, I'm really not. Dude, they ruined the whole biome. Did you not see what happened? Well, all the crystals are poison now. They're dead. The life energy gone. The water, poison. Everything that was in there's dead. There's gonna be plenty of spectral fish. That's fucking it. It's her fault, you know. I'm being a little. It's not her fault that he was here, but it's her fault she died. Yeah. I'm sure you'll find her somewhere. Nah, homie, no. I feel like I feel like you should be more worried about your other friends. You're walking the opposite direction of them. Y'all need to get your shit together. Yeah, you hid while your friends fought. That's not a better look. And were you not? Ah, okay. You weren't hiding, but you definitely weren't fighting. Why? Maybe your friend would be alive if you were. Yeah, bro, I really don't understand that one. I just don't. What? Why the fuck did she lick it? You realize this thing, especially we're in nature. You shouldn't just be licking things in nature. And I say just want to be able to tell people that she licks space.
He doesn't even say goodbye. He just mumbles and keeps going. He's so upset. Oh yeah, you gotta no, you gotta go you gotta go down this down down and right. Yeah. Okay, so I'm well, days would be hilarious to do to Reika, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm more concerned about the fact that you guys are here, Luke Kane's at the tavern. Okay. Technically, Luke Kane knows where you guys are and could probably get back here, is my thought process. And it would take time. Reika needs time to heal. So you guys might just want to post. Maybe you go post up like in Barry's front yard or like outside of his property line. uh that's I don't think that applies. No. Not I feel like that wouldn't apply to like because of how you interacted with Barry and then walked up and everything, you know what I mean? Oh no, that's not what it do. He mostly he distorted space because mostly because it's one of the primary things that makes him up, and just so the tower doesn't know how to react to them, and so everywhere that they leave an imprint gets slightly distorted. I'm say maybe the next one can, but this one could not. At least it wasn't in my plan. Oh, I see. That's where you could post up. I see what you're going for there. It took me a moment. I'm not gonna lie, my brain's a little tired. I would say I would okay that, but I feel like I've edited what thurgash is so much today. Well, no, like, well, where you guys were got ruined. Where he was is unaffected. It's outside of the area of influence. It's the same area. It's just changed. All right. So yeah. It's his name is Hugh. I'm sorry, Luke. Sorry. I'm sorry. Nothing. Nothing. Don't mind my fat finger. Keep mind. All right. So listen. I whenever I play Call of Duty, I don't, if I get tired of nobody talking, I would say, man, I'm really tired of hearing crickets. And so I figured I would find something wild to play that would get people talking, and it works. Oh no, did you hear the rest of it?
Senpai, come in my ass and call me Obama!
I love it so much. I have another one that almost never fails also. Show you in a minute.
Big brother, I want you to give me your big juicy thick and drench me with your hot sticky until I'm gasping for air.
It works almost every time. Hold on. Lucane, I need you to remind me the last things you said of what you were doing. I'm sorry. Oh, the mirror gate. Yeah. That's a good move. That's actually a really good use of that mechanic. I like that. I'm gonna say it works that you don't have to roll for it. Because I really like that. So you get back to Scribble. So you guys see that, like, it just almost like when you guys were traveling through Thurgash's anomalies, Lucane just appears to step out of a space. I want to say that it tasted worth killing you. Like whatever you like, Lucane's ideal flavor was, like it was that and then some. With oh, oh, that's not a bad move actually, to heal saturation. Purge the uncleanliness. Lucane, you show, sorry, I got just mixed up there. You show up, you see Scribble, and Scribble perks up and like immediately like floats over to you and like jitters around both sides of your shoulders and just like I feel like Scribble acts a lot like Morph from Treasure Planet. Just floats around you all the time, just chilling. I don't know, did you know Treasure Planet? Most people should. Me too. If there's any creature from fiction, he's a top contender for the one I would want. Him and Flubber. Oh, 1 second. I forgot why I started doing that. Anyway, Garuk is going to just hug the shit out of you, Liu Kane. Garuk is just like, he just grabs Liu Kane, lifts them up, and just starts spinning. He's just smiling. Scribble gets dizzy. Garuk is just so thrilled because, like, for a moment, he lost a second friend. he doesn't really know what to do with himself right now, so he just kind of sits down and lets out like a long sigh, like it's been a fucking day. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you're not immune to getting pickpocketed. Come on now. I guess you have to. Well, is it? Wouldn't it be rolling person? Oh yeah, because he's doing something else. I love the Reika imitation you threw in there. Reika, he's gonna take that book. I'm sorry. And like, I feel like Reika, whenever you do, depending on when you think you would notice it missing, you're either gonna think you dropped it or you're gonna be suspicious of everyone because everyone's here now. Well, Liu Kang came up trying to heal you too. Yeah, in a way, yeah. Well, have you? That's not a poison. Disease and poison are two different things. But that's not what you said a minute ago when you were reading the description. That's all. So the whole thing is like, listen, it is magic poison, but it's unique because like poison is his fucking thing. So like he's not a like so celestials aren't gods, but damn near. is kind of what I'm going for with their vibe. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but you didn't do fucking shit to that guy. He just was done being here. I mean, no, you can dispel. No, I like the dispel thing. I'm talking about for the lay on hands part. I feel like you're so like based on what I did with the saturation, I feel like your lay on hands would remove part of it, and then Reika and then Lucane's dispelling would remove like the rest. Is what I'm saying. Like I feel like they're helping you isn't unneeded. I feel like you're just trying to avoid Reika owing anybody in the party anything. 20 points of what? But you didn't take any damage. Oh, you took damage from your fall, yeah. But that has nothing to do with the poison. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying by 20. Yeah, for HP. Okay, well, if you use all 20, then that's only 4. So you remove 4, and Lucane removes the rest. Because that's what you just said. You said every 5 charges, you remove a poison. So yeah. Yeah, but he's removing the saturation. So he's removing part of it and you're removing the rest. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's either way it's going to be gone. Well, she wouldn't remove it completely either. That's just it. Like it's all gone with both of your methods. Yeah, like what? Why are you trying to stay poisoned? The fuck? Lucane can heal you. I don't know. It sounds like you're trying to metagame personally. It sounds like metagaming to me. Healing itself doesn't help. It's the fact that his lay on hands also cures poison. Because he didn't take any damage until he fell 40 feet. The poison doesn't do damage. It just eats you away until you're gone without you even noticing it. Like Garuk coughed up blood and felt fine. Reika coughed up blood and felt fine. It's just once you hit that threshold, you switch off. I just said we already covered that. And then we said that, and then you tried to unuse it once I clarified the conversion. And his HP that he lost from falling. What? The way you described it, I thought you were healing and removing poison. Izzy, shut the fuck up. The poison's gone. Your resistances didn't apply. We already covered that. Didn't we? That's what. Why are we elaborating on something that's over? It's right. Y'all can figure that out. I am going to bed. Nah, I'm so tired, bro. My eyes hurt. Chop chop. No. Also, those gems are useless. They're lifeless. They're dead. They're dead gems. he's he's already about, which is really funny because you started by stealing from him. You stole from Garuk. You totally stole from Garuk. No, go ahead. He can't read. Oh shit. Yeah. My eyes hurt. I need to go to bed. I would probably leave this zone, but that's just me. Alright. I found it. I found it. All right. Well, say bye to fodder, everybody. I feel like I took the time to actually write him a send off instead of just being like, and fodder dies. Wait, what? Oh, yeah? It's coming from the guy who ripped his heart out? Ripped his heart out. ripped his heart out. None of their characters. No. I was gonna say none of their characters know that. We all know that. Sorry for getting a little snippy and confused. My brain's tired and I need to go to bed. I'll say it was more for Sora. I felt like I got snippy and I shouldn't have. That's just, I'm a worrier. Yeah. All right, bro. Peace out, y'all. Yep. Catch y'all next time. Oh, man. I'm so tired.